What's going on, guys? It's RPG Zeke here, coming at you with another video, another unboxing. This time, we're going to be opening up ST10, also known as Generation Pulse. This is the new starter deck focused around team play, 2v2s, Battle Royale, whatever is your fancy. This is supposed to do it all. Before we get into the box, a moment from our sponsor. Hey guys, today's video is brought to you in part by Otaku Nation. Located in Arizona, a store where you can find all sorts of anime apparel, cosplay-related material, stuffed animals, statues, figures, books, videos, model kits, and of course trading card games. Whether it is booster boxes or singles, Otaku Nation has you covered. Otaku Nation has a lot of ways for you to stay up to date on the latest products and releases. From their website, they have events posted, location listed, a gallery so you can see what things are like, new products rolling in, and that are posted on their Instagram so you never miss a product launch. And of course, a direct link can be accessed from their website here to see their assortment of cards from the TCG Players store. So take a moment, check out their website and the link in the video description down below. Now back to the video. All right, welcome back. Real quick, I'm gonna let you know my tone and my volume might be a little bit different. I've got family in from out of country and they are asleep in the other room. So I might not be as loud as I usually am. But let's go ahead and crack it open. I went ahead and pre-cut some of the tape already. But before we do that, let's go ahead and look at the back of the box and see what they're giving us here this time. So typical Bandai fashion, in order for you to finish your play sets or get everything you would typically need your 4 copies of, you're going to be needing 2 of these starter decks. We've got 14 commons, 2 legend rares, so 16 card types in total. We've got 1 ready to play 50 card deck, go figure. We've got 10 resource cards, 1 damage paper counter, 2 token cards, 1 bonus pack, rule in a play sheet. And again, the bonus pack is usually one of the cards from the starter deck in like a white little booster, and it's got the hollow treatment. So usually shiny bits of cardboard tucked away for your pleasure as I try to keep that burp away from the mic. Let's go ahead and get this open. And I believe these can be god decks, but I'm not entirely sure on that. I could just be full of myself. I don't know. All right, so we got the box there. That's fine. We'll keep that to the side. This is the rule and play sheet. We've seen this 1,000 times in other unboxings, so we're not really going to look at it right now. And let's go ahead and start cracking this open. We're going to keep this guy right here in shot. Move it to the side. Typical starter deck stuff. Got the plastic band. We've got, let's take a look at the counters and all the other stuff. So paper counters, typical stuff. This is our EX resource. I actually dig that quite a bit, so that's pretty cool. Our EX base, just Zeta Gundam just chilling there. And it looks like cards from here. So we got the resource cards. You've got 10 of these bad boys, so it's pretty cool, very thematic, right? And then immediately we're going to start getting to the rares, and we'll kind of break it down from there. And this is going to be my first time really looking at these cards. I wasn't really too hyped on the release for this, but I am pretty hyped after looking at some of the cards. I think there's some interesting stuff here, but this is just an unboxing. This is not going to be my thoughts or what I think is like a really good card or is going to change or warp the meta, so don't expect any of that here. But let's go and look at the first card. This is going to be one of our LRs. This is going to be focused around blue-white, if you couldn't tell. This LR is Zeta Gundam EX. This guy is level 7, 6 cost, 5/5 stat line. Again, this stat line is very healthy in Gundam. If something's 5 attack, 5 HP, that's pretty good. When this unit destroys an enemy shield card with battle damage, set it as active. It can't choose the same enemy player or enemy team as its attack target during this turn. So again, you're going to be seeing this stuff come up quite a bit in this starter deck, where it talks about team player, if you have so many players, or for each player that you have, do an action or do a certain thing. Because again, these are all going to be focused around doing the team battle, so 2v2s or battle royale. Links with Biden here, or Badan. We got 2 copies of the LR, and this is what I'm talking about, where I'm saying typical Bandai starter deck stuff. You're going to be needing at least 2 starter decks to get your full play sets of 4. We've got Phoenix Gundam Power Unleashed EX, level 5/3 cost. During your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy unit with battle damage, choose 1 enemy unit with 3 or less HP and return it to its owner's hand. So you kill one, send something else back to hand. That could be pretty good if you can target a non-linkable unit. Therefore, it has to come back out and wait a whole turn and could get bullied again. We've got the Badan here, level 4/1 cost. With this gentleman too, you have to remember there are cards from GDO2 that had Zeta Gundam that calls for this guy by name and not by archetype. So you could use this as a linkable pilot if you're trying to build AEUG or Zeta Gundam. This is a linkable pilot for some of those units, so keep that in mind. When link, if there are 2 or more rested units in play, choose one enemy unit his level is equal to or lower than this unit and rest it. So pretty good, because essentially if you swing somewhere and you have other rested stuff, which is pretty typical if you've been swinging at shields, the fact you can stand back up, or excuse me, what is it? Rested units are in play. Oh, sorry. You could rest a unit and then potentially swing into that with something else. So that's really interesting. We've got 3 copies? 4 copies of this guy. Okay. I dig it. Next, our other pilot, which is going to be Mark Gilder. When paired, choose one enemy unit that is level 5 or lower. It gets AP -2 during this turn. So just like a different Kira Yamato, right? So instead of every time it attacks, it's just when paired. Could be an interesting thing, or maybe something to run alongside Kira. Again, you're going to hear me refer to cards that did not come in this set. And again, it's just different flavor, mainly focused around team play. Don't really expect a whole lot here to really change up certain things, but maybe does give us introductions into other deck types or family types we can finally start playing. Zeta Gundam, deploy, development 2. So this is one of the new keywords, this development. You may exile the specified number of G generation cards from your trash from the game. If you do, activate the following effect. Choose one enemy unit with 4 or less HP and rest it. So this guy's able to rest as well coming down. Pretty cool. We've got how many copies of this bad boy? 3 copies. Gundam Mark II, AEUG. Although it says it in the name, it is not branded that archetype, so it doesn't work for certain things like this. And this also links with Kamel. So it's a 2-2 and a 2-2 stat line. 3, 4. Nice. Super Gundam. It's got repair 2, nothing crazy. Level 4/3 cost. Not a linkable anything, just a stat stick. We've got Nemo, another blue 1-drop. Level 2, 1 cost, 2/2 stat line. All right. 3, 4. Cool. So that's it for the blue, I think. Actually, I think there's more blue in here, but I think it's bases. All right, let's look at the white cards. My boy, Gundam Barbato's 4th form. When linked, development 2. So not when deployed, okay? You may exile the specified number of G generation cards from your trash from the game. If you do, activate the following effect. Choose one command card that is level 4 lower from your trash, add it to your hand. You can obviously fish back a lot with this. Show of Resolve, Overflowing Affection. There's a whole bunch of cards that you could essentially pull back to hand. And you'll notice here it's got G generation, so it doesn't work in the Tekkadan family despite it being a Barbatos. But it does have a generic link, so G generation trait. A lot of this stuff is pretty cool because it's so diverse in what it wants to link with, whether it's through archetypes, or whether it's through a very generic trait that's found on mini pilots, or these units are looking for just anything with G generation trait. Practically anything from this set is going to be G generation trait. So any of these SD Gundams we're seeing here. And yeah, you can get a lot of cool commands back with that. So we've got 3 copies of that Barbatos. We've got another Barbatos, level 4/3 cost. Gundam Barbatos 1st form. Deploy development 2. You may exile the specified number of G generation cards, so it's talking about the 2 here, from your trash from the game. If you do, activate the following effect. Draw a number of cards equal to the number of enemy players. So that thing we talked about where it's looking at other people, specifically not just you and the opponent. Essentially, if you've got a bigger group that you're playing with, this is going to be doing more for you. Draw a number of cards equal to the number of enemy players. Then discard the same number of cards you drew with this effect. So pretty cool. So you can essentially roll through the deck pretty quick with this. G generation trait. So again, another generic linking effect. Just anything from G generation. Gray's dual type, generic blocker, 2 attack, 3 HP, level 3, 2 cost, and links with G generation trait. We've got Mobile Worker Tekkadan, again, says Tekkadan in the name, not in the family type, so it's not going to be doing anything for us there. It's a blocker, it's 2 attack, 1 HP, and now we're on to the commands. This is Tactical Training, burst to add this card to your hand. Main action, choose one G generation unit that is level 5 or higher. It recovers 2 HP and gets AP +2 during this turn. So, what? You choose one, it gets 2 HP and 2 attack for 1? That's pretty cool. Obviously, it's level 3 1 cost, so it's a little weird because you have to get a level 5 out, and I don't think there's anything, at least in this set, where you can cheapen out a level 5. And the fact it's hitting us just with G generation unit, this can be pretty cool if you're like really into just slinging the G generation stuff. But I think that's a very strong command because it's doing a lot for 1 cost. When playing this card from your hand, you may discard a G generation unit card. If you do, play this card as if it has 2 level and cost. Okay, cool. Nice. So you draw 2. So just a cheap way of drawing 2, but you do have to lose a card in the process, so really not doing a whole lot there. But it does help you roll through the deck. Because again, a lot of these things, the development, you have to exile stuff from trash, that's just going to help you get there. Diffuse Beam Cannon. If a friendly G generation unit is in play, choose one enemy unit. It gets AP minus 3 during this battle. It's a command action. It is also a command pilot. It's a command that's an action, not a main. And it's a command pilot, meaning that it's got the G generation tag that a lot of these things are looking for, as well as this other trait. So you'll see things like durability, support, attack, and there's going to be things that are looking for just the second tag. So you could have a lot of combos. Deploy, burst, deploy this card, add one of your shields to your hand, then all friendly G generation units recover 1 HP. Pretty cool considering it's all of them. So then all friendly. So if you have a teammate, I'm assuming it would be their stuff too, because it's talking about friendly and not the opponent, but in a battle royale setting, it would just be yours. So pretty nifty. All right, and that wraps it up for the starter deck. So again, I like what they're giving us here. I think there is something to be said about just how diverse all these links and these paired effects can go off in the G generation stuff, and I like what I'm seeing. And I think, yes, for new players, they're really going to enjoy this, especially for anybody that's currently enjoying the 2v2 or the Battle Royale setting. I think there's a lot here to enjoy and definitely to be excited about. Speaking of being excited, let's get into the white booster, because I know that's why a lot of us are here. I really don't know what to pull, what we're looking for, but typically how this is going to work is we're looking for one of the LR pluses, and I think we did get one. So from the white booster, we got the Zeta Gundam. So it's got typical LR plus is how it works in the starter deck, is it has the logo or the thing that represents the thing that we're looking at. So because this SD Gundam or the generation stuff is just a lot of the suit, I think the logo just being generic was probably the best thing. These are also textured, more zoomed in, gives it like a nice action shot. So that is pretty cool. But all right, guys, that is us opening the unboxing for ST10. And I will catch you guys in the unboxing episode after this for EBO1. Peace.